Somebody asked me the other day. They said, "Well, Juwan, what's the biggest accomplishment you've had?" Some people would expect me to say I got 14,000 YouTube videos. Some people would expect me to say I got 7 movies out. Some people might say, I got global holidays my own global holidays, or my clothing line for humans, Raw Squirrel Clothing, or my clothing line for pets, Small Mouse Pet Clothing. But it's none of that. Some people might say millions of views, or it's none of that. My biggest accomplishment is getting a relationship with God, and other than that, it's beating heroin. Man, people told me I would never stop using heroin. That is my biggest accomplishment, other than building a personal relationship with God. Like, what can be bigger than that? If it wasn't for me defeating heroin, there would be no YouTube page. There would be no 7 movies out. There would be no global holidays. There would be no St. Wanza's Day cookouts. There would be no Raw Squirrel Clothing, no Small Mouse Pet Clothing, no Raw Squirrel Film Division, no Soul Hammer ENT, and all of those other things that God has added unto my spirit and my gifts, because I defeated heroin. Before heroin, I had none of this stuff. Once I defeated heroin, doors of heaven just opened up. God is just pouring out so many blessings. Here go museums. Here's your clothing line in upscale stores. Here go a whole country to follow you. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have opposition, because that's what the enemy is. When you have God working for you, somebody has to work against you. But Isaiah 54:17, I got that tatted right there. It says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." And then right here, I got Luke 6:38, where it says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." I am human, so I have took a loss, but I will not lose, because I have God. Man, you ask anybody, man, God is going to be there for me. God is going to be there with me. So my biggest accomplishments to this date are building a closer relationship with God, being honest and open with God, and overcoming a 20-year heroin addiction. I beat heroin. Man. Come on, man. People never get off that shit, man. I got 11 years, man, of not touching that shit. I done been through everything. Man, that's why when people dislike my videos or say stupid shit, man, that shit is minimal compared to what I've been through in these streets. That shit is minimal compared to what I had to do to get dope. That shit is minimal compared to what I had to do to survive in jail, prison, and all that bullshit, probation and all that. Man, this stuff they did. Living regular life is easy. Does not even compare when you talking about beating. Heroin. Ones that are done, YouTube came, man. If you out there, you struggling with anything, God can remove it. But first, you got to prove that you're willing, or that you're capable to overcome. When you take one step, no, they said when you take one step, God will take 2. That's not how it happened for me. I had to take 1,000,000 steps for God to take 1. Because I had always took 1 step, saying, God, I'm going to take this 1 step, and that's all I need. And God was like, man, you bullshit. All them steps you told me you was going to take, now you got to take all of them together now. And that's how it happened. So I had to take all them steps. All them times I lied to God to get bullshit. Yeah, God, just do this and I'm going to do this. Good. And it came to a point where God said, all right, now I know you serious. See all them steps you lied to me about? Take all them, and then I'm going to take 1.